This is Marco Rubio, former senator, now Secretary of State. A lot of Democrats voted to confirm Secretary Rubio, their former colleague, and they've turned, many of them who voted yes now are saying they regret the vote. Here's a particularly pointed manifestation of that point of view. This is Chris Van Hollen of Maryland, who is, of course, the one who went down to bring the El Salvador man back to the United States, but failed. Here's Chris Van Hollen and Secretary Rubio at a hearing today, number 13.
And I have to tell you directly and personally that I regret voting for you for Secretary of State. I yield back.
May I respond?
You may sit.
Well, first of all, your regret for voting for me confirms I'm doing a good job, based on what I know.
Well, that's just a flippant statement, Mr. Secretary.
Can I respond, Mr. Chairman?
You may.
I didn't ask.
Senator, please let the Secretary have
I'd be
the floor.
happy to, but then I can respond to his.
Your time's up, Senator, and willfully used, I might add.
Well.
All right, here's another exchange. Same two gentlemen, Rubio and Van Hollen. This is number 12, please.
Case of El Salvador, absolutely. Absolutely. We deported gang members, including the one you had a margarita with. And that guy is a human trafficker, and that guy is a gangbanger, and the evidence is going to be clear. In the days to come, you're going to see who you went to defend.
Senator,
I'm sorry,
please,
Mr. Chairman.
Secretary
No.
Rubio has the floor.
Mr. Chairman, he can't make unsubstantiated
Senator,
comments like that.
Secretary Rubio has the floor. You've
Secretary
had your time.
Rubio should take that testimony to the federal court in
Senator,
the United States because
well,
he hasn't done it under oath.
Here's another point, okay? There is a division in our government between the federal branch and the judicial branch. No judge in the judicial branch cannot tell me or the president how to conduct foreign policy.
All right, so Ches, when you're sitting around at one of your fancy steakhouses ordering an extra margarita or perhaps martini, and the topic turns to Secretary Rubio, how are people in your world feeling about Secretary Rubio these days?
To sum it up, that's exactly what we voted for.
Yeah.
If there's anybody in Washington, D.C., I'm going to go toe-to-toe with about policy, it's not going to be him.
Yeah.
I think it's the trap that the president has incredibly laid once again that the Democrats have taken hook, line, and sinker is we're going to make you defend MS-13, and they keep doing it. They keep taking the bait, and Secretary Rubio is doing a phenomenal job. It's just the general feeling as an American, as a Trump supporter, that's exactly what we voted for.
Ed, I want to find a campaign school where they say you want to defend trans athletes playing women's sports for as long as you can, but when that seems tapped out, you want to start defending gang members.
Yeah. Well, but let me pause on. I go back to the one thing. Marco Rubio, Mark, you'll remember it well. I mean, again, we're a little older. Remember when he burst on the scene in 2009 and 10, that cycle, and he was the master communicator. I can still picture that first video he did, and now he's got his sea legs on this international stuff. I agree. He is extraordinary right now as a communicator, as a sort of personality. I was actually at an event last night where President Trump and Marco Rubio were, and the president was praising Marco Rubio, and joking about how they went toe to toe and he's a tough cookie and all that stuff. And then Rubio spoke. He's just masterful. I think you're right. The comment that he's really kind of coming to his own on policy too. But no, look, it's amazing. 80-20. The line right now is that the Democrats keep picking the 20% issue, and Trump keeps picking the 80%, and it seems to happen over and over. And Rubio may be benefiting most of all. President Trump last night was talking about how gasoline prices are going to be the lowest they've been in 20 years, and inflation and the feel of things is different than it's been and just a few months ago.
That was a delicious video experience. I think you'll agree. Now, what you need to do in return for getting to enjoy that is hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss a thing.